Ontario Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy is releasing the province's first quarter finances. Let's listen in live.
Fees for license plate stickers. We've taken tolls off of roads. We've lowered the personal income tax through tax rebates for people making up to $50,000. This is a government that believes that you can't tax your way to economic prosperity. You put the conditions in place for economic growth, and where possible, lower taxes for businesses and for people, lower fees, and you know, I think there's no question in my mind that our plan is working.
Minister, are you going to provide legal counsel for any current staffers who sit down with the RCMP to discuss the Greenbelt scandal?
You know, that's something that's going to be left to the Premier's office, so I'm not going to comment on that. But again, what I said earlier stands, that we're very focused as a government on executing our transparent plan for the people of Ontario, investing in, like, the infrastructure. You know, you can't just build a highway overnight. You can't build a hospital overnight. We made a great announcement in Durham 2 weeks ago to create not only a new hospital, but also, in my riding, in Pickering, a post-acute rehabilitation center, which is going to help a community, Durham region, which is growing at 7% population growth. We got to think down the road a little bit. Build those roads, but also build the healthcare, build the schools, build the facilities to accommodate a growing population, and I think that's the right thing to do.
Okay, this will be the last question.
Back to the homelessness issue, you mentioned multiple times this prevention program, but the numbers that the Trillium has from your government say, you know, there are almost 250,000 people who are homeless in this province. It's growing. Will there be more money to try and do more prevention?
What I can tell you for sure is I'm leaving on Sunday for the association meeting with municipalities. My team has some 35 meetings scheduled over 2 days. You know, we're going to continue to have robust conversations and talk about the shared priorities that we have. And of course, on homelessness, mental health and addiction, building more homes, building infrastructure. There's a range of priorities that the 444 municipalities right across Ontario have. One thing I know in business and in government as well, if you're not talking, you're not coming up with the best solution. So we're going to have very good discussions. I can count on that. You can count on that over the next couple of days.
Minister, on green bonds, have you issued any of these with the nuclear, under the new nuclear rules, and has that been a success or not?
Great question. I don't believe we've issued any specifically for nuclear projects, but you're raising a really good point that we now have the ability to do that. That's being received very well around the world. As you know, we're the largest green bond issuer in Canada. In fact, we're more than all the provinces and the federal government combined. And you know, it's a win-win, because we not only get to fund green projects and support our climate change plan and our green economy, but our borrowing costs are lower. When you issue green bonds, you get better pricing for the people of Ontario. So I see that as a win-win. And there'll be a day when we issue, under this new framework, bonds that contain nuclear projects.
You know when that will be?
I have no idea, because the markets are going to drive that, not me.
But are you concerned that there's any kind of contraction on the horizon, any kind of slowdown for the economy? You've been saying that for quite a bit now, but it hasn't really materialized. So what gives? You know,
it's a very fair point that you know, the economy is something a finance minister worries about all the time. The good news is, as I mentioned in our highlights, that the first quarter, calendar quarter, grew by 0.7. It's positive. We've had 160,000 new jobs this year. That's very positive. You know, interest rates are starting to come down. Inflation is coming down. But let's be frank, the risks are still out there. People are still finding rent and food and affordability still a challenge in many parts of our province. So there's a lot more work to do. Of course, I hope that our economy will succeed, but we're also making sure that we're making the investments that allows the conditions for economic growth. And so far, we've done pretty well, and I really expect that to continue.
Okay, that will be the last question. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, everyone.
We've been listening to Ontario's Finance Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy releasing the province's first quarter finances and the financial outlook for the province, also reporting that the province had an increase of real GDP of 0.7% after remaining unchanged in the fourth quarter of 2023.